Hey, welcome back, everybody. Today we're here on Across the Board. My name is Colin Odom.
And my name is Jacob Boisrond.
And today we have a lot of stuff to talk about in the sports world. Today, the first thing we're going to talk about is the 49ers game that happened yesterday. The San Francisco 49ers edged out the Los Angeles Rams 26-23 in a dramatic overtime win on Thursday night at SoFi Stadium. Despite missing key starters like Brock Purdy and Nick Bosa, the 49ers jumped to an early lead behind Mac Jones, who threw for 342 yards and 2 touchdowns. Eddie Pinheiro kicked 4 field goals, including a 59-yarder late in regulation and a game winner in overtime. The Rams, led by Matthew Stafford's 389 passing yards and 3 touchdowns, nearby stole the game but were undone by costly mistakes. A blocked extra point, a goal line fumble by Kyron Williams, and a kickoff penalty in overtime that gave the San Francisco 49ers prime field position. Kendrick Bourne had a career night with 402 receiving yards, and 49ers defense sealed the win by stopping Williams on 4th and 1 in overtime. Here's this clip of Mac Jones talking about the adversity that they faced.
Sorry it took so long, guys. I blame Eddie. It took way too long to get back to the locker room. All right, the injuries from the game, guys. Kalia Davis had a hand, never returned, broken hand. We'll see tomorrow what we've got to do with it. Yetur pulled his hamstring, never returned. D. Winters had a shoulder, he did return. Upton Stout left there at the end with an ankle. I can't say enough about the guys. They were unbelievable. We talked how long this game was going to be, how focused we had to be, how competitive we had to be for the entire time, and started out great. But, it was a good team. They tightened it up, got real tight at the end, lost a number of dudes who we had to overcome, losing 2 D linemen in that game, and the D-line still stepping it up big. Alfred getting that strip at the end. It was a huge character win. We've been in tight ones how many have we had? All 5 of them. Had a chance to pull out last week. We didn't, but pulled this one out and can't be more proud of the guys.
That was a great clip that we just watched. Let's talk about the game. I ain't gonna lie. We looked a little skeptical on yesterday. It was pretty bad, but we managed to get the win. That's all I can say.
Nah, that's crazy. One thing I gotta ask though, so Brock Purdy is injured, right?
Yeah.
Brock Purdy's the starter. Mac Jones came in and threw for 342 yards. Why do you not think he's starting if he's playing like this?
Because Brock Purdy did what he did in those, I think it was 3 to 4 years that we had him when Jimmy Garoppolo got hurt. But I ain't going to say it's going to take a lot for him to get that job. But if he keeps playing like this, there might be a controversial quarterback room going on. Because I've been seeing the rumors floating around saying if he keeps playing like this, he might not have a job when he comes back.
Yeah, that's actually crazy though, because I ain't gonna lie. If I'm a quarterback and I'm sitting out because I'm hurt,
yeah,
and the person behind me come and play way better than me, I ain't gonna lie. I'm trying to make a speedy recovery. That's crazy.
I can't name his injury, but it's like he played like the first 3 games, and out of nowhere he got hurt. And then matter of fact, Mac Jones played like 2 weeks ago, and then he came back, and then Mac Jones played today, and Mac Jones had a spectacular game. And then our wide receiver, Kendrick Bourne, he had a career game. He had 142 receiving yards. Yeah. And he's never done that with Brock Purdy. So that shows the chemistry between Mac Jones and Kendrick and the receivers.
No, that's crazy. And on the Rams side, we got Matthew Stafford going for he threw for
389 yards.
389 yards and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, and still lose the game?
It wasn't really on Matthew Stafford. It was really more on the pieces around him, like his running back, Kyron Williams.
Yeah.
He fumbled on that he fumbled on the 2-yard line. They punched the ball out of his hands on the 2-yard line. I actually seen him on the sidelines crying. Yeah, he was on the sideline. He was on the sidelines crying about what happened. I'd be upset too, but you can't let your emotions get that high.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, the way I think about crying is, I feel like it shows that you really care about the game.
Yeah.
And like if you crying over that, I feel like if you crying over, oh, I made a bad play, oh, whoop-de-whoop, or oh, you crying because you made a mistake,
yeah,
it's different. But sometimes crying shows that you really care.
I feel like it got in his head a little bit though, because like as the game progressed, that happened in the 4th quarter. I feel like as the game progressed, they went into overtime. He felt as though he was a little nervous, so he couldn't perform how he wanted to, because he was like, in the back of my mind, if I mess up, they're gonna take me out the game, or I might get cut or things like that. So I think it's just stuff that's really all involved in it all at once. His emotions just a little bit heightened.
Yeah.
And he made a very pivotal mistake, and it might have cost him the game.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, obviously, Christian McCaffrey had a crazy game, 139 yards.
That's what he does, though.
And he had a touchdown.
Yeah, that's what he do.
You think the Panthers miss him a little bit?
I miss him myself.
No, for real. That is crazy. But, yeah, I ain't gonna lie. This was a crazy game. Like, yeah, that game crazy. And then, yeah, obviously, we won by a field goal.
Yeah, we did win by 3 points. It wasn't supposed to go like that because we were up 20-7 in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah.
But as you know, it's the NFL. They getting paid millions of dollars to play football. So we got the win. That's all I can say. We got the win as a team. We're the number one in our division. That was a very pivotal game for us.
Yeah. WNBA Commissioner Cathy Englebert is preparing to deliver an annual State of the League address ahead of Game 1 of the Finals. But this year's speech comes under a cloud of criticism and controversy. Minnesota Lynx star Napheesa Collier recently blasted the league's leadership, calling it the worst in the world and accusing Englebert of lacking accountability, a sharp rebuke that has intensified scrutiny. Englebert is currently navigating tense negotiations over a new collective bargaining agreement with an October 31st deadline looming again unless both sides agree on an extension. She is also dealing with potential sale and relocation of the Connecticut Suns, which will require the league's approval, and ongoing frustration from players and coaches. Inconsistent officiating throughout the season. Despite these challenges, Englebert has delivered on several major promises since taking over in 2019. Attendance hit an all-time high this season. Ratings remain strong even with Colin sidelined, and the league implemented a full-flight character program that players hoped would be included in the CBA. Englebert has also secured a $2.2 billion media rights deal and plans to expand the leagues by 6 teams by 2030. While criticizing mounts, she remains focused on achieving a transformational agreement that improves players' salaries, benefits, and overall conditions. Now let's take a look at these clips.
We go to battle every day to protect a shield that doesn't value us. The league believes it succeeds despite its players, not because of them. I have the privilege of watching my husband run a league where he has to balance 100 different things at once. I won't pretend the job is easy, but even with all of that on his plate, he always takes the time to reach out to players when he sees an injury, whether it's unrivaled or even during the WNBA season. That is what leadership looks like. It's the human element. It's basic integrity, and it's the bare minimum any leader should embody.
No, bro, imagine this. You're the WNBA commissioner. Now you do this every year. So before the finals, you have a speech. But this year, before your speech, you have all these players talking trash about you.
Yeah, I think
they're calling your leadership the worst in the world. How do you respond to this?
I don't think she can. She has to, but it's not gonna be the way. It's gonna have to be the way that everybody wants to hear it. It's not gonna be her opinion or what she wants to think. She's gonna have to appease to everybody, because I'm not gonna say she hasn't upheld what she said she's going to do, but she hasn't. Yeah. She has to do what everybody else around her wants to do, because unless it's gonna fold, it's not gonna work out anymore.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel for her, because you gotta think, like, I'm the commissioner of the WNBA. Also, like, I understand, like, sometimes the refs might make bad calls. Sometimes the players might not get paid what they want. But you gotta think about it. We're all on the same team at the end of the day. I feel like coming from your own league, you got players calling your leadership the worst in the world. That's kind of crazy in my opinion. Like, I feel like I understand we all have free speech and we decide to say like what we pleased to, but at the end of the day, I feel like we should all just come together and figure out solutions to these problems.
I don't know, man. I just feel as though, I ain't gonna say she's not on the court with the team or she's not there with these teams as it's going on, but she's not on the floor with them. She's not producing. She's not the reason that the fans are coming to watch. The players on the court are the reason that the fans are coming to watch. And they are entitled to have an opinion as to why we're not getting paid this amount, or why are we having to go through things like this. We're in the WNBA. Yeah. Like Asia Wilson, she just dropped 35 against Phoenix. She's probably the highest paid player in the NBA, but WNBA, but she's not making near as much as the lowest salary cap guy in the NBA. But that just goes to show you, like, the concerns that are going out throughout the league, because it's just not adding up. Like, I, as a man who doesn't watch the WNBA but has heard about it, that should be a problem in itself. I hear about the problems that they have to deal with, just as day by day players having to go through, not getting paid enough, not having to. Just certain stuff, mainly those type of things, just dealing with small things like that.
Yeah, and I get that. And I understand if she hasn't delivered on her promises, but the ratings are at an all-time high this year. Tickets are selling, and I know what you're thinking, oh, that's because of Caitlin Clark. But Caitlin Clark is sitting out right now, and people are still buying tickets. So what I say, we should wait until 2030, because she promised that we would have, 6 more teams? Wait to see if she delivers on that, and then if she doesn't, then I understand how you might look for somebody else to have the job. But other than that, I feel like everything she said, she's done. She hasn't really said she's going to do something and hasn't done it. So I feel like we should just wait it out and see.
2030 to 2025, that's a long time from now. But on the topic of basketball, let's talk about the NBA preseason. The NBA preseason kicks off tonight with the renewed energy and intrigue as teams use these early exhibition games to test rotations, shake off rust, and give fans a first look at freshly assembled rosters. With the regular season still a few weeks away, coaches will experiment adjusting lineups, evaluating bench depth, and managing workloads. While star players may see limited minutes, the spotlight often falls into younger prospects and newcomers eager to carve out roles. For fans, it's the first taste of real basketball again, an appetizer before the main course. And every play, however small, carries a hint of what's to come this season. Let's check out these clips from the NBA preseason.
What the expectations are, because we expect it from ourselves.
The premium look for Milton Doyle. Tipped in by Edwards, which is a manageable deficit at the main break. Important last couple of possessions here. Murphy's jumper rolls out.
Despite the intentions of Vincent, Moody walks into a three-pointer.
That the league has seen since probably like the early 2000s. And so when you're going to have to keep guys.
All cash, no pride.
Exactly. All right. They'll work. They'll play hard for that.
6 to shoot. Game clock's at 12. Grayson Allen. Lob underneath. Away from the defense. It's thrown.
Did you see what VJ Edgecombe just did? Tried to do to Mitchell Robinson in the clip?
Yeah, that's
that
crazy.
Was crazy. I ain't gonna lie.
That's crazy.
He tried to put him on a poster first game of the year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, that was crazy. I'm excited for VJ though, cause he's coming out of Baylor.
Yeah, he's a dog.
Yeah, I feel like everybody who comes out of Baylor just plays good. Especially what was he? First round, top 10 pick. Yeah, for sure.
I seen some clips of him playing Tyrese Maxey one-on-one in preseason. It looked like he wants that spot more than Tyrese Maxey wants the spot. I ain't gonna lie. It looks a little crazy, but nah. I ain't gonna say I expect a lot from him, but I think he expects a lot from himself. Being that player that got picked top 10, he wants to prove everybody that he's supposed to be here. So yeah,
it's a lot of stuff to be excited for this season.
Seriously, you seen Zion cut that weight?
Yeah, Zion lost a lot of weight.
It looked like Zion dropped about 30 pounds.
Yeah,
and they played a game. I think I wasn't up when they were playing, but they played Melbourne. It's like he's like a floor general. Like he like facilitating the offense. Like he bringing the ball up court. Like he passing the ball, like he attracting the defense. He kicking, driving, kicking. He just looked like he looked like that Zion that was at Duke a couple years ago.
I was about to say he looked like the Zion that just came from Duke. You know
yeah, like he looks a lot healthy. He looks
I ain't gonna lie. And also, you seen Jason Tatum training, even though he just tore his ACL a few months ago.
Yeah, that is crazy. He might be better than ever this year.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. He might be making a comeback this year.
And coming off an injury like that, if he comes back and plays better, or even just at that level. It's not a lot of things we can't say about that man because he already gets criticized as it is. So
yeah, for sure. Speaking of ACL comebacks, we also got Kyrie Irving trying to make a comeback this year too.
I forgot Kyrie was out.
And also, that would be crazy because look at the Mavericks team right now.
Yeah, they just picked up D'Angelo Russell, Cooper Flag, Anthony Davis.
You add Kyrie with that?
That's a scary team in the West.
I ain't gonna lie, that's
a scary team in the West.
Yeah,
let's not talk about the West and not talk about the LeBron James. Let's not talk about the West and not talk about LeBron James. Man.
I ain't gonna lie. You seen when they asked LeBron, they said, "Do you think you're gonna wait for Bronny?" He was like, "Nah." You think that was a cap or nah?
I mean, you see Bronny in the league.
I'm tripping. Bryce.
Man, Bryce at Arizona this year, knowing they gonna figure it out how to get him in the league this year on the Lakers roster.
Yeah.
And when it happens, I just want y'all to remember what I said. Lakers in 5.
Bro, I feel like if you already got one son, you just gotta wait for the one more son.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. If I'm LeBron James, the greatest basketball player to ever touch a basketball, I'd wait on my other son to get in the league. Yeah. Just cause I can.
Yeah, but he do turn 41 next month.
That ain't stopping nothing.
I ain't gonna lie, yes. But he just got Luka. Luka added about 3-4 years.
That's when it be Luka's team, but until LeBron leaves, that's LeBron's team.
His contract due end this year though. So
you see they didn't extend him.
Yeah,
they did not extend LeBron James this year, which is insane to me. But you know, I'm speaking from a fan point of view and not a reporter. So,
but a lot of changes are made. We got Kevin Durant on the Rockets now.
Yeah, they look like they're gonna. Yeah. They look like a solid team. They got a lot of good pieces, a lot of defenders, a lot of scorers. That team over there looks nice. But
they over there with Amen Thompson, and then we got Jimmy Butler on the Warriors. Just a lot of new changes in the league.
I don't want to talk about nothing Steph Curry related, man. I don't like that guy, man. He's
What's wrong with Steph? Why you don't like Steph?
He took some finals from LeBron. That's all I can say.
I ain't gonna lie, LeBron.
Him and Kevin Durant, man.
But I ain't gonna lie. I feel like you can talk about Steph. You can't talk about Kevin Durant, though. If anything, Kevin Durant.
I'd rather talk about Kevin Durant than talk about Steph.
How you gonna talk Kevin Durant?
He left Russell Westbrook. We getting off topic, man. Let's get back to the preseason, man. We got rookies like Jeremiah Fears. He played yesterday. He had a horrific game. He was 2 for 14 in the first half.
That's crazy.
No, not the first half. The first and second half. He went only 2 for 14. And he's a good player, but he just has to, for him to be a top 10 pick as well, for VJ Edcombe to be playing like that and Jeremiah Fears to have more leniency on that team and producing those type of numbers, it's not a good look. But I feel as though as the season goes on, they'll get it together. You know, he has to get used to Zion wanting the ball in his hands, and Jeremiah Fears, he's the rookie point guard. He wants the ball in his hands, but he's gonna have to get adjusted to the fact that he's playing with Zion Williamson, Brandon Ingram, players of that nature, Trey Murphy. He's a small guy on the team, but he's gonna fit into his role very soon.
Yeah, for sure. You saw those clips of Cooper Flag at practice. He was blocking people like AD, scoring post fades,
yeah, he was.
Dunks, all that. Yeah,
I don't know what to expect from him on the team like
be
that.
A dog, I ain't gonna lie.
They're gonna build him up for sure. Like where leadership roles around him, like Anthony Davis, Kyrie, D'Angelo Russell, those names. He's gonna get built up. He's gonna turn into a star player in this league. But yeah.
Yeah, that's all we have for today. But thank you for tuning in to this episode. My name is Jacob Boisrond, and I'm here with
Colin Odom.
And we will see you next time.